how do we introduce this episode?
How do we introduce?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Right? Hello.
Okay, so we're doing a new recording video.
Yes.
And today we'll be talking about a very cooling measure. A very cooling topic.
A hot topic.
A hot topic.
Which is
Cooling measure.
cooling measures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm Michael.
Jeffrey, Nathalie.
Alright, and we're both from HeroHomes, and we're going to be doing a slideshow presentation as always. That's what we do, right? On property cooling measures, and this is the 12th cooling measure in place.
Wow.
Alright, since 2009. Okay, and of course, I have to say, actually, congratulations to property owners.
Why?
Because when there is a cooling measure, that means the market is hot. When the market is hot, people who are selling are selling with very high profits, right?
I get it.
Okay.
So if you're in the market
to buy, technically you're buying at high price,
Yeah.
Technically,
Technically.
if you're selling, congratulations.
Yep.
All right. A bit weird, But what we're going to be talking about are the past cooling measures, the 11 cooling measures since 2009. We're going to see whether each of the cooling measures actually caused the market to cool,
or it didn't.
Or didn't do anything.
Yep.
All right, because we saw some data. Interesting. Now, of course, when there is a cooling measure, people are fearful that there will be a repeat of the 2013 toughest measures, which caused the market, the private market, just the private market, to ease off. Right, it didn't crash. To just ease off, like strangled. All right, by 11%.
Over 4 odd years.
4 odd years, 4 years plus here and there, and that's what we want to know lah. That's what we want to know, whether we are buying or selling today, right? Because if you're selling, maybe
will it go down in 11%?
Yeah, you should take action now. If you're buying, should you wait? Right?
Or wait 4 years later and stay where?
And stay where?
East Coast.
Correct. Yeah. Some people stay there by choice. Go ahead and say. Okay. So of course, let's go back and take a look at this 2013 cooling measure. When they introduced the cooling measure, they actually released a press release. And I want to highlight some segments of the press release, right? They actually they've already implemented several rounds before this, all right? But they want to dampen speculative buying. They want to take the speculators out of the market. They don't want speculative buying and selling and all that. Flip, pushing prices up. Because the demand from home buyers buying for their own stay remains firm. There's a strong demand from Singaporeans who want to buy for own stay, not just for investment.
So they just want to protect these home buyers from these speculators.
Because they're just buying a home to stay, they're not buying to flip and all that. So why should they be subjected to volatile market?
That's true.
Right, because for example, before 2013, I was helping some clients sell and buy properties like in CBD area. Within 6 months, the moment they make a clean 50,000 after paying the taxes, after paying all the agent fees, net 50k, they walk away. Because back then,
6 months,
the deposit was so low.
That's true.
All right. So, and these are the people that government wants to weed out. All right, by introducing all these cooling measures. Now, and then let's go deeper. All right, in the same press release, they said that if prices were not checked, all right, it could run ahead of market fundamentals, because they're saying that yes, the economy is doing well, but they don't want the market to be doing too well compared to the economy. All right, so to prevent a risk of major destabilizing correction.
So simply put, they do not want it to enter into a bubble.
A bubble, right? Like this 2008 bubble.
Yeah, in a way, because it dropped 25 odd percent in 1 year.
It didn't drop.
It crashed.
Exactly. A major destabilizing correction happened. And you're right. In 1 year, 25%.
Wow.
So imagine you bought a 1 mil in 1 year.
750.
So and then you don't know whether the prices are going to go up.
Yeah, that's true.
Then you, at that point of time, might just sell, and then after that, you decide to wait 1 year, 2 years to enter the market again, and then you see, oh my god, prices have recovered. It's so volatile. Right?
So, this is also in 1 year, 62 odd percent. No. Sorry, 4 years.
4 years. Yeah. So they don't want such volatility in the housing market, whether it's HDB or
private.
All right. And look, in the past also, it has happened again before. After the dot-com bubble, also further extended by SARS.
Okay.
How many years? 4 years?
4 years. 4 years.
Of losing 20%. Alright, so that's what they want to prevent. Yet in 2013, that round of cooling measure actually kind of caused market to slide dip
Yeah.
11% over 15 years.
This is considered not a crash, right?
quarters.
Because it's like 12%
Yeah,
in 4 years.
like I said, like a slow death, like a slow
Death by spoon.
death by spoon, huh? Yeah. So that's what we, in a way lah, when we read better, when we understand their intentions better, they say it's really meant to prevent and not cause. They don't want to cause a market crash. They want to prevent. So this one, 11% over 15 years is actually okay.
Yeah, I guess.
We'll see. All right, then final, referencing to the same press release in 2013, that at the point of time, what they wanted to do was to discourage over borrowing.
Oh yeah, back then there wasn't such thing as
CDSR.
Yeah.
They want to tell people, hey, don't go over the board, stay within your means and all that. And guess what? Today, the same what's the word? The same story, the same point is trying to bring is being brought across to ensure prudent borrowing.
Yep.
And they want to avoid future difficulties by homeowners when they have to pay their monthly mortgages.
Ultimately, they don't want you to over borrow, and they want you to have holding power.
2013, they don't want you to over borrow. They want you to have holding power.
Yeah.
2022, 9 years later, is it 9 years? 9 years later, same. All right, they want us to always remain prudent. Very good. So, will we see a repeat of 2013 with the current set of cooling measures which just came out last week?
On 22nd September.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't know. But to understand better, what we did was, alamak, forgot to put in Jeffrey's QR code.
I edited, but last slide, never mind.
Oh, is there?
I think so.
Okay, we'll see.
But it's not QR code also.
Okay, doesn't matter. So if you guys want to contact me, you can just scan my QR code. You'll see a link tree. You can see our website. You can see our Instagram and all that. Reach out to us if you need assistance with your property upgrading. Okay. But what we did, right, to prepare for this video, we actually heavy. So it was heavy for us to prepare.
Yep.
All right, we prepared this together. We actually went through every single cooling measure since 2009. We're not going to bore you with what happened, but we're going to highlight here. Look at the colorful Excel sheet we prepared. Not all cooling measures actually cause prices to drop. Some cooling measures, after being implemented,
3 months later, you have like a 9% price surge.
So it didn't
Not
work,
effective.
Not effective
At all.
For a cooling measure. And then 2013 onwards, we did see quite a number of cooling measures which actually started to strangle the market a bit. Did its job. So what we want to know is our current latest round of cooling measures. Will it be a green market or red market over the next 1 year?
Okay.
All right. To understand better, we've segmented the cooling measures into two segments: a preventive measure, and aggressive measure.
Okay.
Right. So how or who decided preventive or aggressive? Who? Me. All right. So because we have to understand that there's different measures are in place for different reasons. Right. Some is to prevent an overheating. Some, I believe, they feel that the market has already overheated,
slow down,
and they want to really bring it down.
Oh, okay.
This is how I perceive the measures. Agree to disagree, or agree and comment. Okay. Let's take a look. Preventive cooling measures, what we can see is majority of the result actually did not really crash the market. All right. In fact, sometimes the prices still continue 2%, 3%, even up to 8%, 16% after 1 year. That's why you see that in 1 year, sometimes you have multiple measures. Within a space of 1 year, you'll see three cooling measures back to back. In fact, if you stretch over 2 years, 4 cooling measures back to back. All right. Yet the prices still, you can see, remain buoyant. Yeah. Then after that, so for example, let's just highlight 1 or 2 measures here. Let's take a look at this. Why prices actually dip here.
Okay.
All right. Because in January, they increased the additional buyer stamp duty. They said that Singaporeans you want to buy a second property, now you got to pay additional
ABSD.
tax. A
Okay.
PR wanting to buy the first property in Singapore, they have to pay additional tax.
Yep.
But it actually kind of overlapped. You see, the first 3 months, the prices
Yeah.
stagnated.
Correct.
In fact, sorry, before we get there,
Mm.
the first month of all cooling measure, you
In fact,
tend to notice the prices,
little to no difference.
did not do much difference. In fact, the 3 months after that also, if you were to do an average, it kind of just normalized.
Unless you see like October 2012, no point. 3 months later, 5.5%.
Yeah, man. Good time to buy actually.
So 1 mil, 3 months later, 50k up.
50k up,
Yep.
just like that, But cannot flip because you got to pay
yeah,
the
no.
SSD.
Oh yeah.
SSD 60%
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. Now let's take a look at the aggressive measures. Now these are the ones that we really need to focus on because take a look, all from a sea of green to a sea of red. All right. First, why do I call this 2009 cooling measure aggressive?
Why?
It's the first one.
Oh, never done before.
Never done before. Like, wow, what's going on?
What's happening? Yep.
Like today we have 12 cooling measure. Like everyone's reaction is like, oh, chill lah.
About time.
Then 1 year later, they actually told all condo buyers, if you want to buy a house, last time you want to buy a condo of 1 mil, you only need to put up
100k.
In fact, I remember back then in Ungu 10, a suburban 3-bedder is only worth like 800k.
Okay.
So if you, let's say 800k or less possibly. So if from 80,000 to 160,000. Actually, it does sound aggressive. You have to double your cash.
Correct.
But you can see the effect.
Not much.
No effect, bro.
Yeah, because the down payment from 10% is already so little.
Yeah, going to 20%.
Yeah. I mean, double is a lot, but
and 20% was back then normal around the world. 10% was not.
Okay.
Yeah. Then when it went down to 20%, normal lah. Most people are okay with it. Prices went up.
Still, and wow.
Then we see in January, in 2013.
That was the most aggressive now, I feel, that
was
year.
Most aggressive because we had two very strong measures. First, we were targeted at HDB. Alright, even though this is private market, you have to understand the intent, the sentiment that was put out. It was clear. MSR was finally introduced. Was for the first time, MSR was introduced. If you're gonna buy a HDB, you can only borrow up to 30% of your income, or maybe 35%, depending on bank loan or HDB loan. If you are a PR, in that year, you cannot buy immediately. You must wait 3 years.
Oh, okay. Oh, so effectively, no PRs in the market.
Effectively lah. I mean, unless you already been a PR for many years.
Yeah, and you have bought anyway.
And if you buy a HDB, you cannot sublet your rooms. You cannot sublet the house. Or rooms maybe can, I don't know.
I think can.
So you cannot sublet the entire house. Okay? And then if you were to upgrade to a condo, you cannot keep the HDB. You have to let go. So in a way, you're signaling to a big segment of people, that you cannot buy anymore.
Yeah.
Or just be careful, don't buy. So that was quite aggressive. And then 6 months later, they introduced TDSR for the private property. From what? Actually, last time the TDSR, I don't know. I cannot remember.
So imagine back then, 10k,
maybe
you can just
10k salary lah.
Yeah.
You can buy such a big amount. Example.
You can loan and your mortgage up to 8,000, 9,000.
Maybe back then, assuming they could borrow up to 90%.
Yeah.
If you know better, please type in the comments.
Enlighten us.
Then suddenly dropped to 60%. Now that was aggressive because your loan approval from, example, 1.5 just dropped to 1 million.
That's true.
Example is that kind of
$500,000.
That kind of aggressiveness.
Correct.
Then you can see the market really slide.
Yeah.
Okay, that's when we see aggressive measures doing its job.
Yeah.
Okay, and then in December, another cooling measure introduced, TDSR base, but for EC. Now they say EC pula, if you want to buy EC, you got to go for MSR. Your loan approval drops.
Use the HDB ruling.
Yeah, but then back then EC, how much? 600k. 2013 you buy EC 3-bedder, 1,000 square feet 700k only.
Sure make.
You MSR 30% also can afford, doesn't matter. But
because it's similar pricing to EM.
Correct.
Right.
But it is an aggressive measure trying to control prices to make sure that developers don't overprice ECs.
Understand.
But eventually they did lah because the land prices go up.
Yeah.
Then you can see here that this is an overlap. See Jan, June, December. There's overlap. You can see the prices started to fall over time.
Yeah. So don't take it like wrongly because TDSR for EC didn't affect the market 2.9%. I believe it's because of the previous measures on the same year.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That was the cause, right?
Yeah. So then after that, you see more and more aggressive cooling measures whereby 2018, they tell the buyers no longer 20% deposit, it is now 25%. You want to buy a 1 mil condo from
200k?
200k becomes
250.
250k. You got to fork out
Additional 50.
overnight.
50. So what's 50,000?
I don't know.
Wedding.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we talked about this. So if you are in the market in 2018 wanting to buy your first property, your first condo,
Yep.
all right, you got to decide, man. Overnight, government is telling you spend 50k on a house
Or
spend 50k on a wedding.
Yep.
Who wins?
Wife.
Wife lah. Lucky you remind me, yeah?
Yeah.
So, but just like that, people have to delay their purchase plans by 6 months, by 1 year.
That's true.
Or adjust their budget from 1 mil down to 800k. You know, it increases prudence.
Understand. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And prices actually dropped by 1.5% over 6 months before recovering.
Slowly,
They recovered back.
Correct.
And today, September 2022,
you feel it's aggressive?
I feel it's aggressive, but in the HDB market.
Only,
Only in the HDB market. Because I've categorized the other two measures whereby loans, okay, it is important, the floor rate of the TDSR increased from 3.5% to 4%. I don't think that's aggressive. I think that is preventive, and I think it was expected. Okay, but this private downgraders, can you explain?
Oh yeah, so for private downgraders, you can't immediately buy an HDB after selling your private property.
You have to wait for 15 months.
Yeah, 15 months.
You have to rent somewhere, or you, like what you said, go East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like I had listings where viewers, out of 10, 3 of them said, I can't view this property now because I'm affected due to the cooling measure.
Yeah.
Right? So if you guys are hoping for high COVs, these are usually your buyers, you see, the private downgraders.
Yeah.
These are the people with a lot of cash. So now they're out of the market, so you have to really consider
your pricing strategy.
Yep.
So, which is why I feel it is an aggressive measure. And if I were to but today what we want to know is, moving forward, will the prices go up or go down? So I think the two important measures introduced recently were what you just explained, the 15 months aggressive, and then the TDSR increased from 3.5% to 4%, not just for private, actually HDB also increased, but these were the two measures introduced. As you can see, the measures introduced targeted for the private market is preventive only. HDB aggressive.
Yep.
So I
agree.
You agree? Agree what?
I agree that you categorize this because I didn't have a say, right?
Thanks. Yeah. My slides.
Yeah.
I feel the HDB market is going to continue the assumption that prices are going to slide because we already have a lot of BTOs coming into the place, into the market. Supply coming up. But for private property, I don't think it's going to be affected so much. I think
it's just the government's way of telling you don't borrow too much.
Don't borrow too much.
Don't overborrow.
And if you remember here,
discourage overborrowing.
Back then, they want to discourage overborrowing. Here, they want to avoid future difficulties in servicing home loans. So I think that's the purpose of the current measures. It would be a different situation if today they say loan to value is increased from, you got to down 25%. Sorry, instead of downing 25%, you got to whack 35%.
So
and then at the same,
so your loan to value decreases.
Loan to value decreases. I have to fork out. Let's say if I want to buy a 1.4 mil property, I have to fork out an extra 70k.
Someone's doing the
so, and then what they can do after this is they can increase the 4% floor to 4.5, and the LTV. I can tell you that is a very, very aggressive cooling measure, a very clear signal to where they want the market to head towards. Cool.
If they were to implement this LTV.
So what will actually drive the market moving forward? All right, a teaser to our future videos. We're going to be talking heavily about these two graphs. All right, today, let me ask you, 54,000 units. What this graph shows is actually the number of units entering the market. Completion is the key here. The number of units completing, new units completing in this year. Total of 54,000 units. Is that a lot?
I guess so.
Yeah, sounds a lot,
Yeah,
huh?
sounds a lot.
Okay, guess what? If you are a buyer in the market, you want to buy a brand new condo,
Mhm.
right? You'll see that hey, there's only 10,000 units here.
This year, yeah.
Never mind, I wait for next year lah. 20,000 units. There's more options. Okay, fine.
Yep.
Then after that, if you continue waiting, you buy in 2024,
Mhm.
2025,
Mhm.
2026, you realize that hey, the supply is getting lower and lower.
Ah.
Assuming your competition remains constant, there's 10,000 people buying condos every single
Yep.
year.
Assuming lah, right?
Yeah, they will realize that hey, there's no more new condos to buy. What do I buy?
Next best option lah.
Which is the older option.
Yep.
Yeah, that's when you will actually see prices going up. So despite the latest round of cooling measures, I
Mhm.
feel in the next 2 to 3 years, prices will start going up for private market.
Due to supply constraint,
Due to
right?
supply constraint.
Yeah.
But let's take a look in 2013.
Mhm.
All right, if you think that there's a lot coming
50,
up,
Yep.
guess what? In 2013, we were looking at oversupply of 100,000 units.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Double
Imagine if again using a assumption that 10,000 units
absorption. Huh?
absorption every single year for resale condos, you'll see that hey, there's more than enough to go around. There's more than 20,000,
Yep.
25,000.
Yep.
There's 3 times supply than what I need.
That's true.
Prices are eventually expected to go
Down.
until you see the supply gets cut off
Yep.
and prices start to go up. Let's take a look. 2013, we see the cooling measures being put up.
Yep.
We also see a lot of supply into the market 2013 onwards, 100k units. By 2017, guess what? As the supply disappeared,
Cooling measures remain the same.
cooling measures remain the same. Cooling measures was not removed,
Yep.
yet prices went
Up.
up, 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 uppity up.
Yep. Hint.
All right, so that's what we feel that's going to happen in the market moving forward. If you have any interesting ideas, because we do appreciate your comments, whether we reply to them or not. But we do read them, and let us know what you think about these 2 sets of data. You can find it on URA. Just Google URA supply pipeline. You can download the latest data in the market. And yeah, and let's see.
Zaz.
Yeah, so
Only number lah.
he has done this. So I was wondering whether it's going to
Yeah.
come up. So you can scan my QR code or you can type manually.
Yes. 8200 Raise the barrier of entry.
Yeah, so you can message him like old school message SMS
SMS.
or you can save his number and then you can WhatsApp him.
Oh, that's true. No, they cannot WhatsApp me.
Cannot.
That's true.
Yeah, so this one
okay.
can. No, you can
So
screen-
if someone who contacted me really wants something from me,
exactly, you must really like this guy to
true.
press the number.
Yeah. 8200
Yeah, or you can just
Yeah, you see which one is easier lah.
scan that and then see a lot of things. No, there's got a lot of things I treat you all. No. But otherwise, thanks for joining today's session.
Most
Thanks for
welcome.
helping me prepare all this data.
No issue, no worries.
Yeah, it was quite crazy to go through month by
Yeah.
month.
What happens after 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months?
Yeah, so I hope you found this
Insightful.
insightful. And if you have anything, don't forget to
Oh, don't
follow
forget
us.
to enlighten us on the TDSR.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
anyone is watching and
Yeah.
you're aware whether in the past the TDSR was like what 80%, 90%,
90%,
100%, 110% based on
Yeah.
the income, do let us know. Otherwise, let's call it a day. Thanks for watching, and I will see
Thank
you
you.
guys in the next video. Let me just get straight to just our pieces.
Ciao.
Bye bye.
Bella ciao.
Sure.